talk about Jim, because I don't think Niner fans really care to talk about him much anymore. But you just said Kyle needs to basically have a winning season to stay off the hot seat. Let's compare Jim, who had 4 seasons with this team, to Kyle, who's going into year 6. I mean, real quick, Kyle is he could have a 4th losing season. Jim never had one. He had one where he was 8-8. Otherwise, he had three seasons, 3 NFC championships, and 1 Super Bowl appearance. That's what he did.
Iggy, tell us their cumulative records.
Oh, hold on. Give me a second. So Kyle Shanahan right now is 39-42. Let me give you Jim Harbaugh. Just a second. Coaching record. Jim Harbaugh has one of the best records. Boom. Okay, here we go. 44-19-1. That's 695. That's one of the highest winning percentages ever for an NFL coach.
What was his record?
It was 44-19-1. He was 13-3 in his first season, 11-4-1 in his second season, 12-4 in his third season, and 8-8. That's when they pushed him out because he went 8-8.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a
now,
record.
Neither him nor Kyle won the big game, and there were a lot of drawbacks with Jim Harbaugh, and he went to Michigan and still hasn't won the big game. But that's what – I mean, we talked about the standard, right? I don't know that Kyle's reached that standard.
No. I would say, look, let's be honest here. As a 49ers head coach, Jim Harbaugh was more distinguished than Kyle Shanahan.
I would have to say so, yes.
Better record.
Yes.
He got him to the NFC Championship game 3 times,
yes,
and the Super Bowl 1 time. It's true. He didn't win the Super Bowl. That was bad.
Yep.
But what a record. And he really turned that team around.
Yes. And, he got the most out of Alex Smith. Alex Smith was a better quarterback under Harbaugh than Jimmy was at any time under Kyle. And he got the most out of Colin Kaepernick, too. And he never had a losing season. Kyle, everyone thinks he's going to be better than Jim Harbaugh, and he has all this potential, and maybe he does, but he has a lot of, missteps for a guy who's going to be great.
I mean, at some point, he's got to be great, not going to be great, right?
Yeah. And he's never going to be great if he can't pick the quarterback spot. If he's in charge of finding that and he can't do it. I mean, again, he didn't want Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson in 2017. He didn't want Tom Brady. He didn't want Matthew Stafford. Then he did want Deshaun Watson and couldn't get him because of the lawsuits and ended up with Trey Lance, who we may or may not want. I mean, that's his legacy.
And Iggy, he didn't want Tom Brady again.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
So he's got a lot of good ideas, Dad, but he, as a decision maker, he said no to a lot of great quarterbacks so he could keep drafting guys like C.J. Beathard and Brock Purdy.
And I can tell you, I'm sorry that I come back to Bill Walsh, but he set the standard. He wouldn't have passed on those guys. He understood the game he told me, Lowell, I understand the game from the quarterback's point of view. He was in Montana's head. It was like he was in his head or Steve's head. I don't think Kyle is like that. No. He's more removed. He's like the omniscient narrator looking at the whole field. Which he should
sees it more from the wide receiver's point of view because he was a
wide receiver. In any event, yeah. I think Bill would have seen something in Patrick Mahomes. I mean, call me crazy.
Also, if Bill had been, not stuck with Jimmy Garoppolo, but had inherited, if Bill had Jimmy Garoppolo, he would have come to the conclusion that he's not good enough and would have found another quarterback. And what's crazy about Kyle, I think everyone realizes or thinks that Kyle has been sort of down on Jimmy for a long time. Great, do something about it.
Right.
Do something about it. Bill would have. Don't just complain privately.
No, Bill, for all of his good manners and his lovely sense of humor, Bill was ruthless. If you don't, and he should have been, he was a head coach. If you can't cut the mustard, you're out. Yes. I don't have a minute. I got into this job late. I think he was 49. Mm-hmm. I don't have enough life to wait for you. I'm moving on. Oh God, he would have seen the truth about Jimmy in a New York minute, and he would have gotten rid of him.
Yes. And I think Kyle probably saw it too, but has just not made a decision, and he's still on the team. Dad, it's May 17th, and he's still on the team. Unreal.
Let me just say one thing before you do that. It makes Kyle seem like Hamlet.
Yes, it does.
To trade or not to trade, that is the
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man, make a decision. Stop having soliloquies all the time.
he's
That's the 8th soliloquy, Kyle. We get it.
he's the Hamlet of the Santa Clara Valley.
He really is, man. Make up your freaking mind. Ethan says it's hard to blame Kyle when New York's undermine moves that would benefit the team, but not their pockets. It's hard to blame Kyle.
I'm blaming Kyle. In fact, I'm not taking the Yorks off the hook, but I'm blaming Kyle too. I'm not absolving him.
Yeah, he knew what he signed up for. Spiffy Iggy. Yeah, I was on KTVU with Sal Castaneda. The Goose says Harbaugh inherited a stacked roster. Kyle had to rebuild his first 2 seasons. Okay, it's year 6, man. That's over with. This is the team he wanted. And it is very, like, if Harbaugh, so here's the thing. If Harbaugh inherited this team, he would win with it.
Oh, absolutely.
He would win with it. Kyle, it's a good team. Win with it. Don't have a 7-win season like my dad predicts. Win 11 games like Matt predicts. But I don't know about Kyle. This might not be his year. Who knows?
Could I also say something? I've heard that before, that Jim had a loaded team and Kyle didn't. I don't think fans need to make excuses for Kyle Shanahan. He gets paid a lot of money. He's gotten paid a lot of money to really do well. We'll see about him. He has a losing record. What I want to say is I'm impatient with excuses for him.
And that's it's also revisionist history that he inherited a loaded roster. The Niners were a bunch of losers for a long time. I mean, they weren't a destiny. Coaches weren't lining up to coach this team. They had Mike Singletary and Dennis Erickson, and he took a bunch of losers who had talent and turned them into a winning team. That's what he did. And it was like people act like anyone could have done it. No one did that. No one did that with the Ford. He did it. Kyle, yes, he came into a different situation, but year 6, that's over with. This is the team you wanted. You built it in your image. And it's like someone else made the quarterback decisions for you. These are the quarterbacks you wanted. So it better work. I mean, McVay just won a Super Bowl, man. What's up with you? What's your timeline?
Yeah.
Richie says, scary thing about firing Kyle, if he struggles this year, they have no clue who replaces him. Jed hasn't proven himself to be forward thinking like that. That is true.
Look, they could get Jim Tom Sula. I think he's in Europe. I'm sure he'd be happy to come back. He was one of Jed's darlings. Iggy, when you think of some of the coaches that he hired, you want to slap yourself in the head.
Chip Kelly.
Oh!
He hired Chip Kelly when the whole world knew he was done.
Yeah.
I mean, even Oregon didn't want Chip Kelly back at that point. They're like, thanks. No thanks.